All right, all right. Hey, let me thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of Unlocking Your Legacy with Talking Fat. I am the Fin Coach Keith Robertson, your host. Hey guys, as always, first of all, before we get started, we want to give praises to the Most High, for without whom we would not be here now. For there's several people that didn't wake this morning, but we had an opportunity again to walk around in this realm and prayerfully hope that we're doing better today than what we did yesterday, and tomorrow we even do better than what we're doing today. So, it's a lot going on out there in that world, y'all. When we look at the things that are happening, we want to stay focused here on some things that are positive and some things that build life. But hey, we can't help but see what's happening in our community, in our country. So I'm telling you guys that we have to come together. We have to come together. There's no other option. Listen, it's like Harriet Tubman. It was some people that she said, I got to come back and get y'all. You're not ready yet. But for the rest of us, we're going through. And that's the mentality that you have to have. You have to gather up those who's willing to come together, and those who aren't willing to come together right now, they will later on. Because listen, guys, we're only one Zoom phone call away from our brothers, our sisters. Only one Zoom call away. You realize that? It's not a lot of times about communities now, because we have very few communities, but yet we still have that broader community, right? Throughout the country, throughout various neighborhoods, throughout various cities, that we can still come together for one common good. And that common good are those that are coming behind us, our heirs, our children's children. You understand? This is why we're doing what it is that we're doing now. For me personally, I'm coming forward each and every week, like tonight, bringing this young man forward that a lot of you guys may know. He's doing some great things out here in the city of Virginia Beach. Through trials and adversity, this brother is still throwing those jabs. But like I'm telling you now, we need to support each other. And this is why I'm here today. But listen, I want to introduce to some and present to others no other than Mr. Tommy Brown, the owner of Last Minute Catering and Café, formerly known now Some D. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Keith? How you doing this evening?
Man, everything is well, man. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, man, just to come out, man, and spend a few minutes with us. Hey, listen, guys, he's in the restaurant right now. Matter of fact, if we hear some distractions, we understand, brother, because you're there doing your thing right now, and that's the address for those who would like to know. 928 Diamond Springs Road, Unit 109 in Virginia Beach, Virginia. This brother has the best soul food in the area, bar none. And I say that because, hey, when he was on Tidewater Drive, I went there. When he was on Bainbridge, I went there. When he was on Holland Road, I went there. Now he's on Diamond Springs. I go there. So, man, I just wanted to give you your props, man, because you're great at what you do, brother.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, how did you even get into this business, man, of owning a restaurant? Because that's one of the hardest jobs in the country, I know.
Yes, it is. And it's even harder if you don't realize that whatever you're trying to do, you need to have passion about it. That makes it a whole lot easier, because it don't feel like a job. It feels like a hobby, so you don't mind getting up and doing the things that you have to do, because you enjoy it. You enjoy the reaction from the customers. You enjoy just the excitement of putting meats and ingredients together and coming up with what people claim that some people love. So it's an honor to be able to do it. But to make a long story short, I was a black man about 25 years ago, and I wanted to be a boss. Didn't know how to cook, didn't know how to boil water. So I said, okay, I'm gonna hire me a cook, I'm gonna hire me this, I'm gonna hire me that. Mm-hmm. So I went out, I found me a cook. I told the gentleman, I laid the rules down. I told him about smoking. I told him about not missing work. He found out I didn't know how to cook, and he basically put a pimp game on me. His 15-minute smoke break turned into 25 minutes. And he pretty much held me hostage because I couldn't put pressure on him because my whole operation was hinged on him. From that point on, I realized anything that I get in, I'm gonna basically have to know how to do it myself. So for the next 3 months, I was on him like white on rice, and because I knew I had to make a transition from him running my kitchen to me running my kitchen. So I stayed on for 3 months, and after I realized that I could handle it myself, I told him that I no longer needed his service. And to come find out, as I've developed my cooking skills, I do have a passion for cooking. It's so easy for me, you know. So that's how I got into the restaurant business.
Oh man, well, like you said, it's important to love what it is that you do, brother. I got to tell you, man, with your glasses on right there, man, you look like a a sniper back there. I can't see you with your glasses and your head on. Yeah, pull that down a little. There we can. There we can see you, brother. We could. Oh, there
Okay.
it is. There it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
man.
bet.
Oh yeah, perfect, brother. Perfect, perfect.
Okay.
Man, and I know it got to be hard, right? I mean, you went from Tidewater Drive to Bainbridge to Holland. What made you make those transitions like that, man? What
Okay. Um, my concept was I like the idea of people flipping houses. So I say, okay, uh, create something that people want and do it like people flip houses. So that was my concept. Find a restaurant, build it out, run it for several years, make it desirable for the next person, sell it, and then go on to the next restaurant.
I see. So that is why you moved. You built up Tidewater Drive, and then once you had that going and it was going good, you sold that one to some. I guess another person came in,
Right.
took that
Yeah.
over. Okay, and then Bainbridge, and then
Went to
Holland.
Bainbridge and did the same thing, and so
Hmm.
on and so forth. So, uh, but my last restaurant that I sold was in 2019, and
Hmm.
that was the one on Bainbridge. But I stayed out 2 years because, if you can remember, that was during the pandemic time, and
Hmm.
it was basically rationing out inventory. So if at that time I'm selling 10, let's say 5 pans of macaroni, 3 pans of turkey wings, and I'm only limited to one case, then it's not feasible. It'll be a stress situation for me all the way around. So I just stayed out of the restaurant business for 2 years. I resurfaced in 2022 on Rosemount and then Haven.
Hmm. I said Holland, Rosemont. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, but Holland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
I
So
remember. I remember you, man. When I found you, I was glad to find you because I remember,
yeah.
you want to see you guys on Bainbridge, and then you weren't there, and that explains a lot. Not saying anything negative about the individuals that bought the restaurants from you or the business from you, but I realized that when you weren't there, the food didn't taste the same. So you take your
Right.
recipe.
Right.
Huh?
Right. Because, like I said, you have to have a passion, and I believe in respecting the food. Some people see a business as a dollar, some people see a business as something that as a service, and that's the way I saw it, as a service. So when I'm preparing stuff, when I'm serving a customer, when I'm greeting a customer, I show it respect because they don't have to come to me. They have so many options they can go to. As a matter of fact, 80% of my customers are return customers. They come 3 times a week. And I had a conversation with my wife and I asked her, we like certain restaurants, but there's no restaurant that we can go that we feel good enough to go into 3 times a week. And I can say that about 75 to 80% of my customers. So that says a lot about the quality of my food and my customer relationship.
Wow, that's wonderful, brother. That's wonderful. Let's talk about your menu, man. So, so you say you're the home of the flying spaghetti.
Oh yes.
So
Yes.
tell me, what is that flying spaghetti, man? What
The
is it?
flying spaghetti #1 is a good item. And #2 is an item that's health conscious. And I know that most people that does spaghetti, they use ground turkey. ground beef. I chose to use ground turkey and turkey sausage. So anybody that's health conscious is kind of monopolized them to come to me as opposed to anywhere else because I can't think of anybody else that sells spaghetti with ground turkey and turkey sausage. So it's ground turkey, turkey sausage. We bake it, and then we give you 2 fried chicken wings. That's where the flying spaghetti part come in at.
Got it, man. And you have some of the best fried chicken in the South, brother. I attest to that. My wife is an excellent cook, but once I told her, I said, I found him again, London. She first thing she said to me, won't worry where you were. It was, when are you gonna bring us? When you bringing me some?
Well, she already knew you found it, so she don't care where it was at.
That's right. Because she's hard to please. She's such an excellent cook that now she's critical to the restaurants when we go out and things of that nature. She can tell, taste the food, how it was prepared. Is it fresh, and things of that nature, man.
Right.
So that's
and I like to hear good things from qualified cooks and chefs when they tell me, and older people, because I see their experience as one of value, because if they telling me the food is good, then I can only believe it myself.
Man, that's wonderful. And I just threw your phone number up too. If you guys want to order, there's the phone number. You guys can call out to them and get you something good to eat from last week. Catering.
And we have several good items on the menu. The flying spaghetti, that's the signature item. We have, and I need to tell you that we use no meat, no pork in our vegetables. So like the collards, the cabbage, the string beans, anybody can come in and get it because there's no meat in it at all. So we have a good menu.
So let's talk about your menu, bro. Because run it down and tell people what they can get on the menu.
Okay, first let me tell you why I went from something to eat to last minute catering and cafe. Okay. The reason I did that is because, like I said, I stayed out 2 years. So when I came back, if I had named my restaurant something to eat, my old customers would have been looking for the same extensive menu. But when I did come back, I found out that the employment level isn't what it used to be. It's hard to find people to work. It's hard to find reliable employees. So I realized the only person that I had that I can count on is my friend for 32 years, my wife. So I had to make a menu conducive to what we can keep up with. Mm-hmm. It's a good menu, but it's not as extensive as something to eat menu. But I had to do that because I know I can rely on me and I can rely on her. So I created a menu that's conducive that we can keep up with on a daily basis.
Got it. Well, it's like Sunday dinner anyway. If it's not extensive, it's extensive enough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because I know one of your flagship items, those the turkey wings, right? The turkey wings. Get them either smothered or baked or even barbecue, right?
Barbecue, yes. And I believe in putting stuff on my menu that other places don't have. I can't think of one place that sell barbecue turkey wings.
No, you're right, bro.
So if people start liking them, they got to come here to get them. And I know they're going to like them if they ever come here and get them.
Wonderful, man. You do something for vegetarians as well, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We, like I said, we got what you call a veggie tray. You get all vegetables, 3 vegetables for one price. And like I said, it's no pork in our vegetables.
Man, I understand, brother. That's real important nowadays because a lot of people are health conscious. More people are going vegan and not eating, meat or even certain meat. Some eat, just chicken, which would be good there, but some people don't eat meat. Man. So let me ask you, brother. So in all your adversity in business, man, you like what you're doing. But what keeps you coming back every day? What is it?
What keeps me coming back? The satisfaction of knowing that I'm making my customers happy. Sometimes my customers make me feel like I'm oxygen and they can't breathe without my food. That is a great feeling. I'm closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, and a lot of my customers would rather me be open Mondays and Tuesdays. They don't care what my reason for not being open. but they would rather for me to be open.
I'm sure.
So,
man, it's like a drug, bro. Got to get it fixed. Got to get that.
Yeah, it's amazing. They treat me just like I'm oxygen. Like they got to have me.
That's a great thing, brother.
And that's a great feeling, you know, that you can produce something that people feel so strong about.
Oh, yeah. Are you originally from the area?
Yeah, I'm pretty much from Virginia. Yeah, grew up in Huntersville, and I went from Huntersville to Bowling Park. So most of my teenage years was in Bowling Park. So I'm from Virginia.
Wonderful,
But I
man.
always had an entrepreneurial spirit. Always try to do stuff that I can be self-sufficient, create something of my own.
Got it, man. That's great. And you know, I wanna piggyback on something that you mentioned. You said when you came back after COVID, it was hard to find employees.
Yes.
And I want to say this is why it's so important to have that ride or die partner with you as you go through. You know, if it wasn't for me and my wife encouraging me, I know many times I would have quit by now. And look, especially the podcast, I would have been finished with this, but encouragement, you know, I'm still here. Each and every man, you know, bringing people forward like yourself.
And I appreciate the platform.
Man, listen,
I hope someone out there can appreciate the experience that I have and the knowledge that I have to share. So, and my thing is about that. The way I feel about knowledge, I can share it with 1,000 people, but I'll never lose it. So I don't know why people feel reluctant to share what they know.
Yeah, man, that's a great fact, man. You know, I learn something new every day, brother. I pride myself on that, so I don't mind sharing. You know what I have within me. You know, I'm a giver anyway by nature. You know, so let me ask you a question, man. So what are your plans? Do you have anything planned for the business right now? Something that people can come out and participate in, or anything that's going on?
Well, we gonna be running some Valentine's specials tomorrow. So if you come in, you'll get to save on some discounts on some of the food orders. If you come in as a couple, you'll save on 2 meals if you come in as a couple.
Got it. And speaking of that, now we got something special for you too, because you know you guys are watching and you've seen Tommy here on Talking Fat. So if you go in now Wednesday through Sunday from 3 to 5, and then from 8 to 11, and mention these code words, I was talking fat, you're gonna get a discount on your meal. So remember that. I was talking fat.
That's all you gotta say.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. We want to let that run.
No stumbling. You got to talk with a clear mind, clear mouth.
I was talking fat. Wonderful.
I was talking fat. That's a good slogan.
Yeah. So let me ask you something, man. Coming from Huntersville and Bowling Park, and you got that entrepreneurial spirit. Where did it come from? Did you have a mentor or someone in your life that kind of guided you?
Pretty much, the way I was raised by my mom, and she didn't have much to offer. So at a young age, I realized if I wanted anything, I had to get it on my own, and that created a drive, which turned into an entrepreneurial spirit. But my mom, if I looked up to my mom, she didn't have anything to offer as far as upward mobility in life, you know. But I was blessed that she did give me life. She did all the best she could. But I realized at age 14 that if I wanted to do better than what she had to offer me, I had to get out here and get it myself. So my first job was a summer job, of course. I was 16, and the job was for the summer. And the gentleman told us when we first got there, 3 of y'all gonna become permanent when this is over. So he gave me a warning. So I knew what I had to do. I had to be one of the 3. without a doubt. So being prompt, being on time, showing assertiveness, doing everything I could to let him know. Some people call it kissing, whatever. But I was just doing what I needed to do to be in the position I wanted to be in at the end of the summer. And it worked out in my favor. So at the time, it was done for redevelopment housing authority. So when it was over, they hired me permanent, and I stayed there for about 8 years.
Oh wow, was that the STOP program?
Yeah, STOP program. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We were just talking about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. That helped me out a lot, and I did things to stay out of trouble. You know, I went to art classes. I did sewing. I did whatever I had to do to stay out of trouble. I hung with some bad people, but at night they did some things that I didn't get with. So when they went to do those things, I went home and I used to tell them every night, I hope I see y'all in the morning. But you know, I wasn't gonna be part of that night activity.
I get it, man. You know, hey, as I say, bad people do good things and good people do bad things. There's no perfect person, man.
That's right.
We do the best we can. Yeah. You know, well, that's great because you, like you said, man, you could have gone in many different directions, but I'm glad you chose the path that you did, brother.
Yeah.
Led you to this point, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I kind of, when I get in situations, I kind of think about where I want to be tomorrow, what I want to be dealing with tomorrow. And that keeps me from doing spontaneous things that's going to have me in a bad situation tomorrow. So I think about where I want to be tomorrow. So when stuff confronts me, then I look at it in that way. Do I want to be dealing with a magistrate, or do I want to be living my life tomorrow like I'm living it today? So I did a lot of turning other cheeks and walking away and doing what I had to do to sustain. So,
well, that's what being a man is about, right? It's about being able to weigh the cost.
Yeah.
You know, just operating on emotion, but really understanding, you know, what could be the outcome. You know, is this situation in which I'm about to engage in, is it worth, you know, the possibility of me losing my life or that other person losing their life? And then what happens to my life at that point in time?
That's right.
Really?
That's right.
Yeah.
And what about the ones that look up to you and depend on you and rely on you? What about those people? Because you're not never by yourself. Only it's a few people that's by themselves. Everybody depends on everybody. So somebody depending on me. My wife depending on me. My kids depending on me. My son got a place in his life for me. So when I'm making decisions, you need to consider all those factors.
And I wish more people would do that, man. More people would do that. You know, as I look at the senseless violence that happens a lot of times in our community. You know, in our community. You know, if they would just take a moment and calculate the cost. You know, not only is your life ruined, but the life of that other individual's family. You know, and the consequences are gonna come, man. You know, they're good and bad consequences. You do good, you're gonna get consequences, right? You do bad, you're gonna get bad consequences.
That's right.
That's karma. That's karma. That's just how life works, right? You put a seed, put an apple seed in the ground, you can't get a peach tree. You're gonna get an apple tree, right?
That's right.
Yeah, man. So I'm
as soon as you realize ain't no peaches coming, you will appreciate the apples.
yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely you will. Absolutely, brother. But look, brother, I welcome you to the show at any time. You know, next time we're gonna have to do it at the restaurant, man, so you can bring some of that food out so we can show some of the people, you know.
Okay, that'll work. You don't have no smell format on your blog.
No,
they can't smell it.
They can't smell that, man. They gotta come in and smell it.
There you go. And then, that's a good one. Come in, smell it, and taste it. As a matter of fact, I'm so confident in what we do. When my customers come in, they have a curious look on their face. I'll offer them to taste anything that I have.
So wonderful, brother. Wonderful.
So If you're curious about my macaroni or my collards or my yam, I'll let you taste it.
You know, one thing that I really like too, when you mix your collards and your greens, your mixed greens, the collards and the
Collard and cabbage.
cabbage, yeah, collards and the cabbage, yeah, that's real good too as well. Yeah. Well, look, what time you look, brother? We're gonna get on out of here, brother. But I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule just to come through and just holler at us. But I got the address up there, 929 Diamond Springs Road, Suite 109, Virginia Beach, Virginia 23455. And you can reach him at 757-309-9659. Look, last minute Café, guys. Look, formerly something to eat from Tidewater Drive. Y'all remember how good it was? Listen, we live in Hampton Roads. It don't take you nothing but 5 or 10 minutes to get anywhere.
That's right.
Had to come on down and get his brother your support. Well, look, brother,
Thank
I want to
you,
thank you for coming out. And look, we'll have you back soon, brother. We'll have you back
okay,
soon.
thank you.
But next time, we're gonna have to show some of your food.
Okay, that'll work. And
Yeah,
I appreciate you for letting me and allowing me to talk fat.
That's it. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Hey, listen, before we go, right? It's a prerequisite. All right. One is we need some sauce, brother. I need you to tell the people something that they can put into play, put into action in their lives as soon as they finish watching this broadcast. It's going to be beneficial to them. I want you to do that. And so I'm going to say it like this. Brother Tommy Brown, what sauce have you bought for the audience today? What say ye?
Okay, the sauce I got for you today is about where you want to go, what you want to do, how you want to spend the rest of your time. It's best to start out with what you're passionate about. I can't reiterate that enough. Whatever you want to do, make sure you're passionate about it. Whatever type of business you open, make sure you can operate it, because that makes a difference in the success.
Man, that's wonderful, brother. That's so true. That is so true. Because like you said, right, you had that chef or that cook or whatever his title was. He thought he had you, right? Because
Right.
you needed him. So he took advantage of that. But little did he know he was teaching his way out of a job.
Exactly. He didn't have a clue. But if I didn't have enough vision to know that, hey, I can't work with this guy no longer than I need to, then I would have sat back a whole year and let him run that situation, and I couldn't allow that. But everything happens for a reason. Him being there pushed me to be what I am, because if he had abided by all the rules, then I probably would never be doing what I'm doing.
Wow, that's wonderful, brother. Now, one more thing before you leave. I want you to say your name, the name of your business, and that you have just been talking fat. And I'm gonna pull myself off and give you the floor.
Okay. This is Tommy Brown at Last Minute Catering and Café, formerly the original owner of Sunday Eve, and I have been talking fat.
Boom, wonderful, brother, wonderful. I can't tell you how many people we have to do that 2 and 3 times. Well, look, Tommy, again, I want to thank you so much for being on, brother. And I'll be through there before the week is out, though.
Okay, I'll be glad to see you.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
I look forward to having you again, brother. Peace and blessings to you. Take care. Wow, that was Tommy Brown, Last Minute Catering and Cafe on Diamond Springs Road. Look, make sure y'all go out and support that, brother. We need to support each other, right? We're always talking about being an entrepreneur, but hey, everybody needs to be able to assist one another. Got a couple comments here. What we got here? Oh, peace, Miss Linda. Peace to you. Okay, Ashley, you say you coming? Okay, all right. You're gonna come taste everything on the menu. Well, let's see if you do that. All right. Well, look, you said something and about being able to continue through adversity. I had original thought today that I wrote down, and I want to read it to you guys. Through our adversity is success obtained if we don't cease pursuing our dreams. For this is where our purpose and destiny awaits. I'll say that again. Through our adversity is success obtained if we don't cease pursuing our dreams. For this is where our purpose and destiny awaits. Listen, guys, don't give up on your dreams. Regardless of what you're going through right now, today, don't give up on your dreams. Always remember that the adversities that were behind you, you got through them. Don't quit. Continue to march on, because in the end, you will have victory if you faint not. But anyway, guys, hope to see you next week. But we're gonna be here again, and just like everything else, next Thursday, 8 o'clock, we're coming forward, and I'm gonna have I got some guests coming with some great stories, y'all. So tune in, tell some other people about it. And if you have stories, reach out to me. I'm sure you can find me on Facebook or online, or you may even know my number. Reach out to me if you have something you would like to share, or if you'd like to have your business showcased. But anyway, guys, remember, action of knowledge leads to power. I am your coach, Keith Robertson, the Fin Coach. I want to thank you again for tuning in to Unlocking Your Legacy with Talking Fat. I'll see you next time. Peace and blessings. We out.